Raze Chaos.
And welcome back, everybody. My name is Raze Chaos. You've made it back to my channel, and I appreciate seeing you back. I love it. I love it so much. Dude, quit it. Whew. Okay. So we're back with more of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives that Raze had purchased that all came in and just stacked up in front of his door while he was in Chicago. It was a wonderful experience, and I'm glad I had it. I don't go for a lot of what most people go for. It's primarily DC, horror, movie related, that kind of thing. Unless something really, really jumps out at me. And, of course, that means, yes, we have got yet another DC character to go. And this time we have got one of Superman's biggest villains, which is Bizarro. And, yeah, this is awesome. This is very excellent. I can see some specific details I'd be looking for in it just right off the bat. And I absolutely love it. Bizarro first appeared in Superboy number 68 back in 1958. Yeah, you take off. So he first appeared, and a funny thing that happened with that was at the same time he was appearing as a exact opposite of Superboy in the Superman newspaper strip. The one that, came in every day, had the adult version. So I think it's kind of funny that they revealed them both at the same time. Yeah, he is Superman's opposite. He is, where it's convenient. Bizarro is kind of a weird, the rules don't always apply, but he's supposed to be Superman's opposite. And that's what makes him one of the top Superman villains, is that he is Superman's opposite, and that's why he gets the top tier. And that's why he keeps coming back. Because there was a version of him where it was an imperfect duplicator ray that made him. Lex Luthor made. Then after the crisis happened, there was another version of Bizarro that showed up that didn't quite look like the exact opposite. He looked more like a zombie than he did a Bizarro. But they've brought him back a couple times, couple different origins on how to get him there. The last one that I really appreciated was from the Emperor Joker, where when Joker gets all Mxyzptlk's powers, he creates his own Superman, which is the exact opposite. He makes the Bizarro Superman. And the fun touch of this is the Bizarro #1 necklace that he wears around his neck. The fun part about that is when Bizarro originally would show up, they were more clones. There were basically more Bizarros because he had gotten his own planet, which was square. And they had basically populated it with Bizarro Superman, Bizarro Lois Lanes, and Bizarro Jimmy Olsen's, and yeah, just basically his inner core got duplicated. Eventually, more of the characters did. But in order to distinguish himself, he had to wear Bizarro #1, showing that he was the first one, he was the leader of the planet, whatever. It was Bizarro World was Bizarros. So yeah, when you're a big Superman villain, you get your own planet eventually. Yeah, Bizarro got Bizarro World. Lex Luthor got Lexor. Brainiac 13 rebuilt Warworld for himself. So yeah, you become a big enough Superman villain and you get your own planet. That is really strange. Wait a second. Does that mean that all Superman villains are Mormons? That's something to think about right there. But we're going to go ahead and take this guy out and have a look at him. Oh, yeah, look at this guy. I love that they got the reversed S on the chest. And I am glad that they shifted the Bizarro necklace to the side so you can see the X. There's no oval for his belt. It's a weird shape. Lots of points and corners. Superman's the cape is torn. The hair is spiky, as opposed to wavy. Yeah, it's just everything about him. He had cold breath where he had cold vision where Superman had heat vision. He had what was it? He could breathe fire where Superman would have super breath to cool things off. It didn't go to the point where he would be super weak. He was just as strong, but you had to speak in reverse. It really weirdly. It kind of got sense the more you read it, but like he would say goodbye when he showed up, say hello when he was leaving. It was. There was room for tweaks to this, but like they never bothered with that. He was just somebody that you really couldn't keep there. And when the Joker lost the powers and everything, he was the only thing that remained of the villains. So inherently, he's not technically evil, but he feels like doing mean things to other people is what you do to people you like. So, you'll get a headache if you read too many Bizarro stories, or it'll completely twist your mind. But he is definitely a mainstay. I'm definitely glad that I had him, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give me a like if you've enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite Bizarro story was, and never forget, the life is full of odd moments, and you never know when you're going to be defined.
There you go.